Hello, I'm going to do the Capricorn love reading, relationship reading, and this may or may not resonate with you. If it does, take the parts that do resonate. If it does not, leave the parts that do not resonate. All right, so for overall energy, we're going to get some romance angel cards, and then we're going to get angel answers card for an overall energy. Then we're going to get our animal oracle cards. We're going to look at what you may possibly be struggling with, what you may need to look at, and future energies coming in for you. All right. Well, the cards are all over. So for Capricorn, love life, relationship, what do they need to focus on? What's going on? Paying attention to the red flags, okay? Paying attention to the red flags. All right, Capricorn. Message for Capricorn for today regarding love, relationships. We have remain positive, okay? Remain positive. Sometimes it's hard to remain positive when we're seeing red flags. But is that red flags that you're kind of coming up with yourself? Are you self-sabotaging something, or are there actually red flags? You know, is there something that concerning you? Is there something that you need to talk about within the relationship? I feel like it's to not worry about things until you really find out what's going on. Sometimes if we think something's going on, then all of a sudden our mind starts to spin out of control. So I feel like it's kind of getting all the information first and then moving on from there. So not worrying about it until you have all of the information. All right, Capricorn, love, relationship. What are they struggling with? What's going on with Capricorn? Love, relationship, what are they struggling with? We have armadillo spirit, set healthy boundaries, okay? Struggling with setting healthy boundaries. Sometimes we let people encroach in our own personal space, and that gives us stress, right? And that could be, you know, are you looking for those things to find a reason to get away from this relationship or back away from this relationship, right? You're having trouble with setting healthy boundaries. What does Capricorn need to look at? What does Capricorn need to see? What does Capricorn need to work on within this relationship? We have coyote spirit, trust in divine detours, okay? That maybe this is going to change things up for you within this relationship. Future energies for Capricorn. Future energies for Capricorn coming in. Oh, so cute. We have otter spirit and it's shaped like a heart. That's so cute. You are never alone. Okay, that's so cute. You are never alone. Bottom of the deck, we have whale spirit, trust in the great mystery. So I feel like maybe there's a recent breakup. Maybe there's something going on within the relationship that you're having those questions. And maybe your relationship is changing, right? Maybe you are learning to set healthy boundaries within a relationship. Now, this could be a friendship. This could be a family member. This could be a partnership. Sometimes we have those relationships with our family where we don't set those boundaries, where that person thinks that because they're our family member, that they can encroach in our space, that they can kind of throw all of this energy or these demands or these negative things towards us because they feel, well, we're related to that person, so I have the right to do that. But they don't realize that that's really hurting ourselves. And it's almost like we feel obligated to listen to that person or let that person treat us that way. And we have to realize that we have to look out for ourselves. And sometimes we have to make adjustments with those relationships with family members because, you know, it's like we have to look out for ourselves and maybe we need to back away, right? Maybe we need to take a step back from those people because we need to look out for ourselves because that person is being an energy vampire, right? That person is draining us. And that sometimes it comes where we have times in our life where we have to make those tough choices and we have to say, you know what, I can't be around that. I need to make an adjustment. Like I realize that you're a family member or you're a close friend, but I need to back away. All right, so let's get some more tarot because we feel like because it's a family member that we have to take it. But if it's not healthy for us, we have to set those boundaries. And I feel like maybe that's why you're struggling with setting healthy boundaries. All right. We have Six of Wands, rising above a situation, having trouble, struggling with that, right? Trying to figure out, how do I get through this? Moon, not being able to see. I feel like it's also deception within yourself. Like I was just saying, is that because we feel that it's a family member, we kind of have that deception within ourselves because we're not being true to how we really feel, because we feel like, well, this is somebody that because they're a family member, I should have to deal with this. All right. What else? We have Nine of Cups, finding that happiness, reaching your own goals. Sometimes those family members that they want us to focus so much on them that we lose ourselves with our own goals and with our own achievements, that we lose ourselves in that. What does Capricorn need to look at? What does Capricorn need to look at within this relationship? Okay. What does Capricorn need to look at within this relationship? What does Capricorn need to look at within this relationship? Okay. I feel like there's an opportunity that comes in for you to readjust this relationship, to work on the relationship. I feel like it's kind of gotten to the point where you're like, I've got to do something about this, that something has to change. And I feel like it's getting back to that grounded energy and that friendship. It's moving towards that. I feel like it's a reconciliation within this relationship where you're able to set those healthy boundaries, that you're able to have that conversation with that person to say, you know what, I need some changes for me, and that I feel like you should be able to speak to the person and tell them how you feel, and you need to see how they react to that. And if they get angry and if they get irritated and they get hurt by it, that I feel like that kind of gives you some answers about that person. And it kind of shows that you were right in your feelings, that you needed to set healthy boundaries because that person was taking a lot from you. All right, future energies for Capricorn in this relationship. Future energies. All right, so we have that family. All right, we have that coming back together, right? We have that family unity, realizing that you're never alone. I almost feel like sometimes you need to step away from people for them to realize what it is that they have with you and what they would be missing out on with you, and to realize how important you are to them. All right, what else? We have, yeah, definitely, I love it. The Fool, the new start for this relationship. What else do we have for Capricorn final energies? New. Yep. And bottom of the deck, we have working on it. Relationships are always a work in progress. If we want change within relationships, we have to make the change. We have to step up to the plate. We can't always wait for someone else to do that. I feel like the red flags are within yourself, but also with that other person, realizing that maybe are they being selfish in a way and not letting you achieve your Nine of Cups. I feel like you need to have that conversation with that person to let them know how you're feeling. And I feel like once you do that, it's almost like you feel better about yourself because you were able to have that conversation and communicate with that person, but you also feel that other person also sees the importance of you in their life. And this changes the dynamics of your relationship. I feel like it's kind of, you're going to have that adjustment phase when you have these new changes within a relationship. You're going to have that adjustment phase where it's like it may go back to old habits, but it's like you have to be aware of that. And you need to say, yep, you're doing what you used to do before, right? You're not letting me have my Nine of Cups, right? And that person can, it's like reminding that person so that, you get it back on track to what it is that you've been working on and trying to get here through here. All right, so let's get some more cards for Capricorn. I'm feeling like these cards. Switch it up. All right, Capricorn. Coming out of the shadows, speaking your truth, right? What's important to you? I feel like you haven't been able to voice your opinion in this relationship. It's time for you to set those healthy boundaries so that it works for both of you, so that you can see eye to eye. Like I said, this could be a family member, it could be a partner, it could be a friendship, whatever that, however that relates to you. But I feel like it's coming out of the shadows and working on that relationship and that connection with that person so that it's more of a partnership and not a dictatorship. All right, what else do we have for Capricorn? What else do we have for Capricorn? Right? Not letting what other people have to say affect you, getting ready to stand up, getting ready to set those healthy boundaries, that you're ready to like put down your, not put down your sword, but kind of draw the line and say, okay, this is what needs to happen. You have to figure out what it is that you need within yourself first before you can express that to that other person. So maybe it's like kind of taking that time to yourself to figure out, okay, how am I feeling? You know, how does this person make me feel? And what are those things that this person can do to help me help me to feel better and for this to turn around? All right. Then taking those actions to actually make it happen. We can definitely think about things. We can think about what we would like to have happen, but we have to take the actions to make it happen, right? Otherwise, it's just going to remain the same. And we need to set those healthy boundaries, and we need to stick to it. We need to look at what is important to us. We need to have our feelings met, our needs met. It's not always about the other person. I feel like by you doing this is twofold, because it helps the relationship, and it helps the relationship with this other person, but it also helps the relationship that you have with yourself. That you're like, yeah, I'm looking out for myself, right? That I'm looking out for myself, that I'm not going to be stuck in this Three of Swords energy, that I'm not going to be, you know, upset about things, that I'm not going to be hurt about things, I'm not going to be stuck in this Three of Swords energy, that I want to move past that. All right. Future energies for Capricorn. Future energies coming in for Capricorn. Tired. Exhausted. Sometimes we just want to get right to the finish line, but it's like this process that you're going through is where you learn the most. This change that you're having. I feel like the Wheel card is coming out a lot for Capricorn. I always kind of, within my readings, I feel like there's kind of those cards that come out a lot that I feel, and for a while there it was the Queen of Wands, and then we had the Nine of Cups that was coming out a lot, and now I feel like the Wheel card is coming out a lot. I love it. The Ace of Swords. Getting past a situation, right? New beginnings and new starts. Aces are new beginnings. We've got the Fool card. We've got that family connection, a stronger connection. And I feel like it's a connection that works for both of you. Emotions, right? Reaching out. I feel like you have to reach out to this person to tell them that you need to set these healthy boundaries, but you also need to figure out what those are. So that you can communicate to that person, and you have to make sure that you do it on neutral ground, and you do it in a positive way, not as in an attacking way. This is something that you have to work on. I feel like this is something that's going to take a while, but I feel like the rewards for this are great. The rewards for doing this, again, not only for yourself, but for that other person. The rewards are great. This card right here is really sticking out to me. Having your cup, your emotions overflowing with positivity. All right, let's get final message for Capricorn for this relationship. I feel like these two here. We have alternative, right? What's the alternative if you don't make changes, right? And then we have give back, giving back. Maybe you can help other people with this process that you've gone through, right? Giving back. It's not only about setting those boundaries and taking away, but it's also about giving back to that person. Because I feel like you're giving back because that person realizes how important you really are, and that maybe you're helping that other person by setting these boundaries, that maybe you're helping that other person to work on themselves, right? To see things that they're doing, for them to start their own process, that you have your process, but for them to see that they need to start their process. And sometimes people are so stuck in their ways, or they're not ready to receive that, but that's okay, because you are working on you, and that's their thing that they need to do. And they may not be ready for that, but you know that you're working on yourself. All right. Thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time.